like arbiters, lack of being grounded, and sometimes one-man thinking. This is what I think. So all the advice from the diplomats, people who have been there for 20 years, 30 years, is not listened to. And that's number one. But number two, which is very important, so that the word is meddling. Meddling is you are not needed. You may not be needed. The world can go on without you, but you find yourself there because of a mixture also of private interest. That's what I see. A lot of mixture, a lot of allegations about General Mohammed and deals with UAE, issues about lithium in DRC. There are many things coming up. So there are a lot of, instead of being the issue of diplomatic stance, there is a mixture of personal interest. That's what I see, and this is very serious as a country, because we are going to lose it. We are going to lose it badly. But he mentioned about EAC being a temporary seat. No. AUC was a very important position for us. Remember, it goes with rotation. But next time we are going to have it here, we don't know when. So it's important. Let's not know. The AUC was very important. But now, Fred, look here. Once we begin hearing things like, did we have the right candidate in the first stance? Why did we pick on the one we picked? Was Uhuru on the card, the former president? Was Jakaya Kikwete on the cards? Now we begin even looking at, did we have the right candidate? We begin from there. As a region. Then, as a region, how did we execute it? All these things of meddling, suspicions on being one-sided, all those other things. So I can tell you this, the loss of AUC in a nutshell, Fred, was an embarrassment to Kenya. It is not ought to be. It ought not to have been there. Fred, we have people who have done intelligence in this country. People who sit in the morning just to analyze intelligence, what is South Africa saying, what will happen. For the last 3 months, we have been talking about simple factors. Simple. And we have been saying here, we were here last week, we said factors that may contribute very greatly. Issues on Francophone, it happened. Issues on Islamic agenda, it happened. Issues on being a secret vote. Issues of SADC, the last minute. Issues on all those issues. We said, so how do we rush with a lot of bravado, sending teams to celebrate before? Now, Fred, who does that? Who advises us on image? Forget about, maybe people may not understand what is foreign policy. Maybe. But who advises us on image? How do we go? People who are leaders. Remember, these are not people we pick from the streets. These are leaders, people who know law a bit. They are leaders. They sit in Senate. They sit in the National Assembly. They sit in the COG. To go and do placards and begin shouting in the streets of Addis Ababa. Who teaches us manners? Surely, we are being embarrassed. We feel very bad. Remember, there are many people, hundreds of diplomats paid by the Kenyan taxpayer to just advise, but the advice is not taken. Now, when I see people blaming Nordin. And this guy cannot defend himself. Let me just for 1 minute defend him, because he cannot. Please, there's one thing to give advice and to give intelligence is another thing for that intelligence to be taken up. So definitely the kind of resources that guy has, he must have given, not once, twice, or thrice. But the people you are giving the advice to, they may decide to trash it and go do placards, go celebrate, do more, just go dance. Now, the presidents, all of them, have access to WhatsApp. They could see the dancing, the celebration, even if for no other reason. That's one of the things that we lost. We are so much thinking we are superpowers. You remember the Mbae effect? This thing of, we are the guys, we'll go, touch some buttons, touch, and every Africa will bow, Africa will bow to us and we are going to get a seat. Please, we played a diplomatic battle politically. Okay. That's how we lost.
I heard somewhere that you may have been spotted in Addis. Do you agree that part of our behavior there, even as Kenyans diplomatically,
it messed everything.
The tarry here.